This unique story started when a British merchant ship was passing in the middle of the desolate Atlantic Ocean. Its captain's attention was drawn to a ship standing far away, which was neither moving nor responding to his signals. But it was found that this ship was standing alone in the deserted sea, with only the support of the waves. The surprising thing was that the crew's equipment, food and other cargo were completely safe inside the ship. But if it was not there, then the crew was not present, had disappeared from here without any trace. This is the story of Marie Celeste, which has troubled the historians for the last 150 years. The secret, which no one knows except the sea.
This ship was made in 1886 in Canada. In this time its name was Amazon.
Happy Nazarene is seen in this ship. He was named a John. It was a victim of minor accidents in many of its initial journeys. That is why this ship was quite famous about accidents. But till now, it had not faced any major accident. When it came to Captain Benjamin Briggs, it was named Mary Slay. He was docked in New York on the 7th of November and was being loaded.
It was beautiful morning in New York. The ship name was Marie Celeste on his spot. The barrels of ethanol was being loaded. Mary Slay was loaded with 1,700 barrels of ethanol, which wasn't drinkable, but all these barrels, which contain alcohol for industrial use, were to be taken across the Batteria Atlantic Ocean from New York to the Italian city of Genoa. There were a total of 10 people on board this ship, including the ship's captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife and his sister-in-laws, along with 7 crew members. There were no problems of any kind in the ship before starting the journey, and she proceeded smoothly with it. This journey was about 7,500 kilometers long, and normally at the time, it would take not many days, but such a long journey. It used to take several weeks. Remember that at that time, 3 weeks had passed since the GPS or advanced communication devices support Marie Celeste had left New York, and according to Manuel, after several weeks, the wait for her arrival at the port of Genoa was increasing. But after so much time, even after this, there was no sign of Marie Celeste. Even after Marie Celeste, other ships that left New York started reaching Geneva. Now the problem was increasing as to why Marie Celeste was not at the destination even after so many weeks. 10 days after the departure of Celeste, another British ship was also to leave New York and go to Gibraltar via the same road. This was the Decree ship, which after several weeks on the 4th of December, 1872, this was the part of sea where except a blue sky and water, nothing was seen. Seeing such a scene in this part of the sea, the captain became suspicious and sent several signals to her from a distance, but when no reply was received from further away. When he did not come, the captain decided to go closer to him. On reaching closer, he came to know that it was none other than the captain's friend's ship named Marie Celeste. A full month had passed since it left New York. Marie Celeste was 1,800 kilometers away from Gibraltar. She was seen standing alone in the Atlantic Ocean. There was no activity of any kind. The captain of the Garot sent his crew members to Marie Celeste where they were, all surprised to see that no one was present on the ship which was there a month ago. She had set out from New York with 10 people. Where did all those people disappear in the middle of the ocean? The same question was now troubling the captain of the Decree. At first he thought that maybe there was an accident on the ship, but when he saw the name of Marie Celeste, when we took stock, the entire ship was completely intact. All the belongings of the captain and his family, and even the clothes of the crew members, were completely untouched. Not only this, but the goods they were carrying to Genova were also absolutely safe. Even the stock of food for the crew on the ship was still there. After a little more investigation, a logbook was found in the captain's room. Earlier, ship captains used to keep this logbook with them. In the logbook, that was used to record the ship's maintenance and issues. The last entry made by the captain of Marie Celeste was at 8 a.m. on 25th November, that is, 10 days before the day this ship was found in this condition. This meant that this ship was standing in the deserted Atlantic Ocean for about 10 days. The captain of DKTL was watching the whole incident, but he was not able to understand anything. When his eyes fell on the lifeboat section, he did not see the lifeboat there. There could only be one meaning, that something had definitely happened on the ship, and everyone had escaped in the lifeboat to save their lives. The instruments of navigation in the captain's cabin were also missing, and a sword was found lying in its cover under his bed, which is a sign that there was no attack of any kind on the ship. Otherwise the sword would have been out of its cover or would not have been present there. Apart from the law book, all other documents were also present there. Another thing noticed was that the cabin was wet everywhere and in many places. There was standing water of 1.5 or 2 feet, but it was not so much that it could damage a ship of this size. Let us tell you here that according to the international salvage law, if anyone rescues a ship, he will be given a reward according to the value of the ship. Taking advantage of this law, the captain of D Great took Marie Celeste to Gibraltar, where the authorities kept the ship with him until the court hearings were completed. Investigations were carried out as per the law, but even after several hearings, no clue could be found. When even the court hearings could not solve the matter, then people started making up all kinds of things. Some said that the heavenly creatures should take away the crew of Marie Celeste. When they flew, many people said that some sea monster must have attacked them. One thing was true among all these thoughts, that accidents have been happening to Marie Celeste ever since it was built. Once it collided with another ship, but despite a minor collision, that ship sank. Then when Marie Celeste was brought to the port for repair, it sank itself at the port before the repair, and before departure on the journey, its captain's health suddenly deteriorated and he passed away. Due to all these things, it is now believed that maybe Marie Celeste is being ruled by demons and spirits, due to which this latest accident has happened, and since then Marie Celeste has also been given the title of Ghost Ship. But in reality that day, there are a few theories about what happened. Let's look at them one by one. The first theory is about treason. Many people believe that the captain of the Digredia was the one who avenged the salvage law by killing all the crew members of the Marie Celeste. All this drama has been created to get something, but the point to think is that if this had happened, then there would have been signs of bloodshed somewhere on the ship. Now here Degrees did not leave any hole behind and erased all the signs, or this is just a theory. The second theory is wrong. It is very interesting. In this theory, it is said that there were 1,700 barrels of alcohol on the ship, but when the ship was brought to the authorities, 9 of these barrels were empty. It is possible that some of the barrels of alcohol exploded, due to which the crew members may have escaped from here by sitting in the live boat, but there was no sign of blast or fire at the place where these barrels were present. In the third theory, it came to light that it is possible that the ship may have been hit by a storm. It had come under wraps and had started filling with water. Seeing this, the captain decided to evacuate the ship and then all of Thingfold in the small lifeboat. Such a small lifeboat could not withstand the sea, and this theory seemed to be correct to a great extent, but it was just a theory. There are many theories, but not a single theory could be proved with evidence. Even after more than 150 years, this mystery hasn't been solved till date. What happened to Mary Celeste? Under what circumstances did the captain leave the ship, and then they all went away? This mystery also probably went with Captain Benjamin Briggs. You guys will also like and share a lot.